Hello. You may have noticed that, well, you may have noticed that it's 4:03 in the morning. Yikes. But the other thing you may have noticed is that we've only got one turnip here. And if you've been following the series, you may be aware that I've had two turnips here for months. I honestly don't know when I got them, but it's been quite a while. Also, I'm going to come over here real quick. I can't remember exactly where it was, but Tupper is officially no more. Yeah, rest in peace, Tupper. You will not be missed. You will be promptly forgotten. So, let's talk a little bit about what I am planning on, and specifically, why there's only one turnip. Wow. The ants are really, really common when you only have one turnip. I actually do think that there's probably a mechanic with that, where if you have two turnips that are right next to each other, then they probably will block each other from spawning ants. So, like, if the other turnip was above this one, then it probably would have tried to spawn these ants, and it just wouldn't have been able to. That's a theory, but I think it's a reasonable theory. Yeah, so I have a few things in my inventory here. Now, you might be wondering, okay, so what's up with these? Why do I have a very specific set of items? And the answer is because if we come over here, you may have noticed that I did a little bit of terraforming, and I wanted to do some test fitting for something. And we're going to do a little bit of tweaking to what I've done, but I did something. I don't really like doing this, but in this case, I had to know kind of mechanically how certain things work. And so I did a little bit of pre-planning. I have wanted to do something with this area for quite a while. So my main central area for the island is the town hall here, because like if you do the Dream Island stuff, this is where you start. This is where you start exploring the island. That's why I came down here and made this area, because I felt like it kind of needed to have a little more interest going on. Yeah, now we have the problem of over to the right of the island, and so that's where this cliff came in. I did this cliff just because I didn't want to do a whole bunch of terraforming again in an episode. Eventually I'll be okay with doing terraforming in an episode again, but that is not today. So, other than that, see, I kind of like, because before this was not here, this cliff, and it felt really open. It felt really like there wasn't enough funneling, essentially. So you could kind of just wander around this area, and I didn't really want that. I wanted it to be a little bit more linear, and so, boy, the camera just keeps changing on its own. Yeah, the plan has always been to sort of funnel this area up a bit more, and that's been done with the terraforming. The two bushes, I'll be honest, I couldn't be bothered picking them up. I'm going to show you a bit of what my plan is with this area, and like I said, I sort of pre-planned this a little bit, so I don't like doing that a whole lot. People do that in like Minecraft videos a lot, where they build something in creative mode, and then the actual video is them recreating it in the actual video in survival mode. And it's like, yeah, I mean, it looks good, but to me personally, part of the experience of watching someone play something like Minecraft is watching the creative process. And I feel like if the person making the video already knows this looks good, then I don't know, it kind of feels like, I don't know, for me, I think it would be helpful to see their creative process and see how they came to the conclusion that it looks good, and sort of, ooh, that's a nice bell. That's a nice bells. But I want to see that creative process. I want to see that thought process. And I've shown the thought process for basically everything I've done with the island. This is the one exception, and I don't love it. I don't love that that's sort of what I've done here, but I will explain a little bit of what I actually did. And a bit of the reasoning here, because one of the things is I have the 2 log stakes here, and put a 3rd log stakes there, and I think I like this rotation a little bit better. Now, in this case, this looks a little bit stupid because, you know, what's going on here with this area. Now, for one, I will say there's going to be a little bit more to this episode than just what I've just accomplished, which is putting some log stakes and a tree down. But first, I'm going to try to demonstrate what I basically want to do with this area. And that's going to require me going in and out of the town hall, potentially several times. We shall see. Okay, so I've gone in and out several times, and this actually points to why this cliff was changed, like, recently. Why I just changed this on camera, because when I started the episode, it looked like this. Let me go ahead and put the logs back, and go in and out of the town hall once, and I'm gonna see if the ants spawn, because, again, this is part of the reason why doing this before recording it was possibly beneficial, because this is working differently than I feel like it should. But let's see. Do we have ants? No, so okay, I'm gonna have to go in and out a few times. Alright, now this gets annoying because I know for a fact this position works absolutely fine. So it's just not working for me for no reason. I wonder if I move. Well, this one's not got not got. Ugh. This one does not have any ants either, but I'm gonna pick that up just so that it doesn't spawn any ants. I'm about to gaslight myself into thinking this doesn't actually spawn any ants, and I've just been delusional. What is up with that? Why is it not spawning any ants? Oh no. Why is it not working? I put the turnip down. You know what? We can demonstrate with the power of 2 turnips. Ooh. I will say that I've done a lot of research about different New Horizons mechanics. Ants are something that there isn't a ton of information about. Like, everyone knows how you get them. Actually, I'm gonna move this turnip because it might mess things up. But everyone knows, like, oh, you get some spoiled turnips, and you know, that gives you ants, and there you go. Just collect the ant and throw the turnip away, because why would you do anything else with ants? Why would you ever do anything else with ants? And truthfully, the answer is, why would you? There's no real benefit to having a bunch of ants, but I like them. Well, I mean, I say I like them. The thing with ants is that I think it's fun to see the ant trails. I enjoy that little bit of, like, hey, there's something there and something different about the island. And that's actually why I want to have them appear. I have to talk while I'm doing this so I have something to show, even though the footage is probably very dull. Okay, look, I did this. I did this. I had this set up, and it worked almost instantly. It gave me ants almost immediately. I don't know why this isn't working at all. But anyway, so the reason why I want to have that turnip there is because I actually want the ants to be there every so often. I want to have it so that people who walk by, people who, you know, they do the Dreamtown and then they walk by where the turnip is here, sometimes they will see an ant, and sometimes they won't. And so there's sort of a random chance of there being something kind of neat, something with, like, movement. That's one of the things that when people talk about, like, how to design an area, I'm gonna go in and out of my house because I'm paranoid. And I'm gonna turn off the radio actually, because that's gonna be kind of irritating. And let's I mean, I could probably just turn it on to something KK Love Song. Hopefully that doesn't have a ton of bass, and I also turned down the volume, so hopefully it's not as loud. I usually have to do a lot of audio mixing for the when I go in my house, because the music is so bassy, and it just kind of overpowers my talking. Like, the KK Slider music specifically is really bassy for some reason. But anyway, one of the things that people talk about wanting to do to make their places, their creations more interesting is to add movement. And so having the ant trail every so often, very, very rarely apparently, but having that ant trail, it adds a little bit of movement, it adds a little bit of like visual interest in the scene. And yeah, so it'll definitely. What is wrong with you? Why are you like this? What am I doing wrong with this? I mean, to be fair, there's only one direction that the ants can go. So if it tries to spawn ants and then checks the top right or down directions, that's not gonna work. But, like, there's not really anything I can do about it. That's what stinks. I mean, I expect it to be rare, but this seems really rare. This seems really, really uncommon. I might just have to do this on my own time and then just insert some footage of it working. As much as I want to get the live, oh, it works kind of thing. But this is why I pre-planned the build, because, you know, if I didn't know that this worked, then I would be sitting here going, okay, so like, yeah, when's it gonna do it? Is it gonna do it? Am I insane? I mean, I'm still kind of feeling like I'm insane. Anyway, movement. Yeah, movement's really good, and you should make your builds more interesting by adding movement to your areas. It's gonna give me ants, right? It's gotta give me ants. I need ants. I need my precious, precious ants. I put down a spoiled turnip. Speaking of spoiled, this game is spoiled. I've done everything right, and it still can't even be bothered to give me the stupid ants I rightfully deserve. This is my last check. After this, we're going to shift gears because, yeah, no ants. Dang. Okay, well, that's gonna do it? No. I also want to mention real quick this sign. I added this. It's fine. It's good. I'm fine with it. Yeah, there isn't really much else to say about it. I tried to sort of rotate it in a way that the arrows made sense to be pointing somewhere. Yeah, it is what it is. I don't know. It's a little bit of visual interest, but that is not the only thing we're going to be doing. I am going to, real quick, add a little bit more visual interest to the area. I'm gonna make more stuff with like flowers and stuff, and that's sort of the main thing here. Why do I have more cedar saplings? Why do I have those? That's weird. Although I say that's weird, and it is weird, I might. Okay, so I want to point out there is an intended walkway, and it's kind of these 3 spaces here. I think it's 3. 1. Oh, it's 4. Oh goodness, it's 4 spaces. Okay, so it's the 4 spaces here. This is the intended walkway. I know the flower here is kind of a deterrent for some people. Whatever, people can walk there if they want. So I'm kind of wanting to like keep that funnel going, make it so that things like, you know, this tree is going to grow up and sort of keep people going in this straight direction here. This tree has to go. There's a lot of trees that are gonna have to go. And that also points me to talking about this area a little bit, because one of the things about working on this area and this area is the seating area, because that's one of those things where I probably made the wrong call by having this have like a window to the north part of the island. And I mean that in terms of now it's kind of hard to decorate that area, but oh well. It makes it feel more cohesive if you can see parts of the island from other parts of the island, and I like that. So I don't really regret it, but I am going to sort of do a little bit of work to separate it. Gonna put a sapling there. Also, I want to point out a little bit of why, this is jumping around a little bit, but why I used this fence here, why I used the posts, the wooden posts, because that's not actually a fence in the game. They don't connect properly, they're just random furniture items. The reason for that, and you can kind of see it with this fence here, and I'm actually going to pull out the crafting recipes, because I want to find fences. Yeah, this is the log stakes, that's the name of the item. And so we have the corral fence, the vertical board fence, barbed wire fence. Yeah, all of these fences here. And then there's a few more brick fence. This one. There's a lot of fences that I think they don't really suit the island, or well, okay, let's use an example. I actually use one of the fences quite often on the island, and that is, where did it go? Where did it go? I know it's around somewhere. This one. Simple wooden fence. I like this fence a ton. It looks really good. But you can see that it has sort of a horizontal connecty piece thing, support, I guess. It has that, and when you put it here, that vertical piece kind of blocks where the ants walk. So I don't have that fence here because I want you to be able to see the ants as they walk by. And a lot of the other fences that have that window, like this one, you can kind of see between each post, but I think it's a little bit too thick and it's a bit too tall. That's one of the big things to me, is that I want it to be more like a casual fence. It's not really meant to be like a visual blocker. It's just really supposed to be something to sort of keep the player going in a straight line, and sort of separate the area a little bit. Kind of. Yeah, I'm saying contradictory things, but it makes sense in my head, and we're gonna roll with that, because this is my island, and what I say is important is what's important. Speaking of important, there's a bug on that tree. I'm gonna try to catch it, but I'm probably gonna fail. What is that disgusting creature? It's a horned dynastid. Dynastidly. Oh, ants! We have ants! You can see it now. You can see what I was demonstrating about the post, and you can see exactly what I was saying about the cliff. It's weird to me that the cliff, like, for some reason, it seems like the ants don't want to spawn if the cliff is extended a little bit. So they just kind of walk not quite all the way. And it makes me a little bit mad, but oh well, whatever. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, we have ants. They work. And that's it. That's that's the whole point in having this area be like this. That being said, I'm gonna ruin it a little bit, because I'm gonna put them on dirt. I feel like this area would just look a little bit more cohesive if it had dirt down instead of just plain grass. I say cohesive, I think what I mean is it would be a little bit more designed. It would feel a little bit more like I actually designed the area, and like, you know, it's a flower bed or whatever. Not a very good one, because there are no flowers and there are ants. Although I'm going to try something, and this might make it so the ants don't work again. But I want to... Can I not get... I have flowers in some places. Tulips are a bit bright, especially those ones. I could use a weed. Yeah, I don't really want to use a weed. I want to use a flower. There's some flowers over here I could use. Yeah, we'll grab one of these. It's not my favorite. I think it's a little bit too bright, but oh well, it's fine. It'll do. Oh, I'm lost. Man, okay, the ants are back again. Good grief. See, sometimes they spawn constantly, and sometimes they spawn almost never. As I have just demonstrated. Now, to be honest, I actually I don't mind this. I think this is a good direction, but it does lead to an interesting question, which is what do we do about this area? And, I think the answer is violence. I'm not sure yet, but let's give it a go. Yeah, I said earlier I didn't want this to be like a... Okay, well, I'm sitting on a log now. I said earlier I didn't want this to be a terraform episode. We're doing some terraforming. There's nothing I can do about it except not do terraforming, but I'm interested in seeing how this goes, so we're gonna give it a shot. So, yeah, that gives it a waterfall effect. Let's go ahead and do that. And let's see, from down here, does that look really stupid? A little bit, but that's mostly because it doesn't connect to anything up here. So like if I build this out a little bit more, then it should look a bit more okay. Okay, this might be enough now to see. I'm not really trying to make it look perfect right now. I just want to have sort of a minimal version of like demonstrating what it is I'm going for. I think that looks good. I think I like that. I think it adds a little bit of oh, what's the marketing word? Cohesion. That's a good one. Visual flair, synergy. That's the big one. Yeah, I think it adds a good amount of all of that. So we're gonna go ahead and make this a little bit smoother. And I think that's good. Now, I do want to build this out a bit more over here. Maybe extend it. Oh, it doesn't let me do that. Interesting. Okay, that's fine. And we're just gonna do kind of the minimum that I have to do to make this look okay. Yes, okay, that works. Yeah, so this will be extended out further. Right now, I just am worried about how the path down below looks. And that looks alright, I think. I think down here, it looks pretty good up there. Yeah, there's gonna be more tweaking here. This area is not even remotely done. Not even remotely. This is kind of the first I'm touching this area, to be honest with you. Ever since doing, like, I did this stream, like, several months ago. That stream is so old at this point. But, and I do, again, I plan on doing something with that, but that's going to be a future episode. For now, I'll be honest with you, it's a short episode, but I think that might do it. Although, there is something else that I haven't ever demonstrated, and I would like to show this. I got a message from Isabel when I turned the game on at 4 in the morning. There is someone on the beach, and we need to go find him. I actually don't know who it is. Oh hey, summer shell. That's used in crafting recipes. Oh, a leaf bug. There are a lot of bugs that I haven't caught. I've made this point, but I'm gonna say it again. I'm not too worried about completing the museum, just because it's never been a top priority of mine in Animal Crossing. I always find that the museum completion gets a little bit, obsessive, as in, like, if I complete the museum, I kind of feel like I have to obsess over it. And the thing is, with me, I'm trying to get better at sticking with a project for a long time. But the thing with completing the museum in Animal Crossing is that it doesn't matter, and it's kind of that perfect blend of it doesn't matter at all in the real world, and also I'd have to stay interested in doing it for several months. Because, like, there's stuff that's available now that won't be available next month, and there's stuff that will be available in September that isn't available now, and I don't want to keep up with all that. Speaking of things to keep up with, we have a message in a bottle. That was lucky. What's the recipe? A pear umbrella. Okay, well, anyway, that's gonna do it for this week's episode. I'd say this week's episode. No, we talked to the bird. It's Gulliver. Oh, maybe I've done this? I don't think I've done it in an episode, though. I don't know. I could be completely wrong about that. Does he recognize me? Have I talked to this bird before? Hello, stranger. Is this your beach? Your stubborn commitment to shoving me awake tells me yes. Oh, you're rusty. Okay. Rusty? Oh, man. That's weird. Okay, yeah, so I have talked to Gulliver, but I don't think I've done it in a video, and I might be wrong on that. Go through the 20-something episodes and find out. Give me more watch time. You do you. If you want to find out if I've talked to Gulliver before on a video, go right ahead. I'll look for him. I have about 30 minutes before the new day starts, so I have to hurry this one along a little bit. Where's the stupids? Where's the clams? Where are the clams, though? Where's all the stupid clams? So, anyway, on the topic of completing the museum, I don't really care to do it, but that being said, I still do like to donate things as much as I can. Like a shark? I want to donate a shark. I don't have sound. I got it. Heck yeah. It's probably not a regular shark. It's probably like a sunfish. Or it's a fish? What was I gonna say? There she blows. I caught a whale shark. Okay. I lost my fishing rod. A thing to really spoil the mood a little bit there. I caught a shark. Ah, awesome. Love you, New Horizons. Truth be told, I do like New Horizons. Truth be told. You know, it's funny. It's been just over 6 years since New Horizons came out. And I do wonder, like, when New Horizons first came out, we were all, like, the community, the Animal Crossing community, it was pretty positive towards it. Like, people had a lot of positive things to say about it. And it's only now, in retrospect, that people are a lot more negative about it. Now, I don't mean that it's been, like, actually 6 years for people, or it's taken 6 years for people to get negative about it, but over the last 6 years, people have definitely leaned more and more negative towards New Horizons. And I think that happens with every game. You know, it's brand new, everyone goes, oh, look at this cool thing about it, look at this cool thing. People are discovering, like, the limits of the game. And then, once it's been out for a few months, the limits become, oh yeah, you can do that, that's cool. But people aren't making new discoveries, and so the depths, the deepness of the mechanics, you know, they're kind of known, and New Horizons has always had a problem with depth, where, like, the actual game mechanics, they're not very deep, and to a lot of people, I think that just kind of makes it feel really underwhelming if you're going to play it for a long period of time. And the thing with New Horizons is that it's been 6 years. So when New Horizons, I won't say when it came out, because again, when it came out, people were pretty hyped about it. But there were a lot of people who were saying like, oh, well, you got like 40 hours of playtime or whatever out of New Horizons before it started getting boring. So how can you really say that it's a bad game? How can you say it's lacking depth when you manage to get like 40 hours of, actual gameplay out of it? And the thing is, yeah, that's true. You do get a lot of playtime out of it. But it's been 6 years, and going back to 6 years ago, where New Horizons was like 3 months old or so, if you were getting bored of New Horizons after 3 months, you had nothing to do for the last 6 years and 3 months. So I think that it's fair to say that anything that people have to say, like, oh, I don't like this mechanic about it, I don't like this thing about it, yeah, at this point, where it's been 6 years, I think that criticism is probably valid, because we've been playing the same game for 6 years, and man, when's the next Animal Crossing? I think I said, oh, these don't stack? I thought for sure the clams stacked. I think I actually said this, where I don't think the next Animal Crossing game was, or I should say, I didn't think that the next Animal Crossing game was going to come out within a year of the Switch 2 releasing. I thought we would probably be stuck on New Horizons for at least a year after the Switch 2 came out. My thought process was that the first year is going to be dedicated to a lot more heavy hitters like the Donkey Kongs and the Zeldas and Mario Kart World, and Dragon Drive. the best game, Dragon Drive. And sure enough, the Switch 2 is over a year old now, and there has not been a new Animal Crossing. There has not been a new Animal Crossing announced. So that kind of begs the question, what now? And my answer to that is no one really knows. I know everyone likes to do their clickbait of a new leak for Animal Crossing has dropped and it's more imminent than we thought before, or it's less imminent than we thought before. He doesn't give you anything, right? He mails something to you the next day. Well, that's Gulliver done. I brought up Gulliver just to end up talking over the entire thing. So, is there a new Animal Crossing coming in a month? I don't know. Probably not. Nintendo definitely has patterns with how they market things, in the sense that, like, right now, let me say first of all, I don't think there will be a new Animal Crossing game anytime real soon. The best I would say is probably spring of what year is it? 26. So probably 27, spring of 2027, I would say is the earliest I would expect a new Animal Crossing. And the reason for that is I don't have any tree branches in storage. Really? Alright, let's get some branches then. The reason for that is because Nintendo likes to have a marketing rhythm. Right now, they are marketing... What's the game? Splatoon Raiders. Now that's going to come out fairly soon, so they're not going to keep that marketing going for very long, but they're doing the marketing for Splatoon. And there is a very, very, very good chance that the next thing they market is the Ocarina of Time remake, because we don't know anything about it, but it's still coming out this year. So after Splatoon Raiders, I think we're going to see the Ocarina of Time marketing, and they're not going to be releasing anything until after... It was my fishing rod that broke. Oh no! And that probably also takes sticks. Dang nabbit. Yeah, so I don't think they'll be doing a new Animal Crossing game, because I think Ocarina of Time is going to be their heavy hitter for the year. I think that probably the big... I mean, at this point, we know everything that's coming to the Switch 2 from Nintendo until 2027. Splatoon Raiders, Ocarina of Time remake, Rhythm Heaven's coming soon. That's exciting. Rhythm Heaven's awesome. I love Rhythm Heaven. And the demo came out, and the demo was really fun. And that's just exciting. And yeah, I think that, you know, people say, oh, the Switch 2 doesn't have any games. We're making this a Switch 2 rant now. But people say, like, the Switch 2 doesn't have any games, and I think the Switch 2, as a Switch 2, kind of, but not really. The real thing is that it doesn't have any games that certain people want to play. Some people definitely feel like if it's not Mario, if it's not Zelda, it doesn't count, and it's like, well, at that point, you're never going to be happy anyway. Don't buy it at launch if you want a Mario and Zelda at launch, but, and specifically if there isn't a Mario or Zelda at launch. Because, like, the Switch 2, in its first year, it got Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is a solid 3D platformer. It got Pokopia, which is a solid, cutesy life simulation game. And it got Star Fox, which is just sick. I haven't played it yet, but it's got good reviews. And as someone who really likes Star Fox 64... I don't really like Star Fox 64, but I really like Star Fox, and I'm really glad to see that the new game is doing pretty dang well. That makes me very happy, and I hope that they do more Star Fox stuff in the future, because the new one is doing really well, and it makes me... Oh, I'm just so glad to see Star Fox actually, like, sell. But, yeah, you can't really say, like, oh, Tomodachi Life did well. It performed really well. Well, yeah, that's not a Switch 2 game, and the majority of sales were on the Switch 1, and, the Rhythm Heaven. Rhythm Heaven is a game I'm excited for. Well, that's also a Switch 1 game, so there isn't, you can't really say, oh, there are Switch 2 games, the answer back. Which also tells me that the flower being there isn't a problem, which is great. I'm very glad about that. I like the way this area turned out. I like the area. It came out so cute. It's just a cute little area that feels a bit more, like, mechanically deep, I guess. It's such a stupid little detail, and I just really like it. Personally speaking, do I think there will be a new Animal Crossing next year? I think next year. I will say that I'm going to put my hat in the ring on predictions, and I'm going to say that I do think the next Animal Crossing will come out in 2027. People say Splatoon and Animal Crossing have the same developers, and that's not entirely true. That being said, Splatoon Raiders is a smaller scale project. The fact that there is no Splatoon 4 announced makes me think that they probably are working on the next Animal Crossing, and with that in mind, I think it probably will be next year. I'm guessing it'll be next year. I'm guessing it'll be next spring. The thing that I will say is that I don't know if that's like, oh, they're gonna do it because they want to recapture the success of Animal Crossing New Horizons. I don't think they're stupid enough to do that, because New Horizons was wildly successful because of when it came out. Not because it came out in spring, but because... That's a new one? I thought that was another Horned Dynastid. But because it came out specifically in spring of 2020. I don't think that New Horizons' success was because of what time of year it came out. It was successful because of what year it came out. So, yeah. Anyway, I've been rambling. This is a shorter episode. I think I'm going to do a new type of outro, a different one, because I've been doing the this is a window into my thought process on how I do the outros, because I often do them at the tree stump that's up the cliffs. We're gonna do it here because I like what I did here. So see you next time.